What up guys, my name is Steen from Deberoo, and in today's video I will show you how to find images for your creatives for your Clickbank Facebook campaign. So let's dive in. Alright, so right now I am inside of Clickbank and we are going to choose an offer to base our pictures for the creatives on. So let's take a look. I'm already at the self-help section in Clickbank since I want to focus today on a self-help offer to get our images for. And I think I want to do this one for this video. Water Freedom System. Huge new offer for 2020. Fresh VSL. Unexplored evergreen niche. Monster converter. Ultra optimized upsell funnel. Get up to 90% commissions on front and back end sales. New affiliate area swipes and tools. Crushes on Facebook and cold traffic with insane EPCS on survival, green, and more. So let's take a look. This is their offer page, the VSL. As you can see, right here is the video, but I'm not too interested in watching the video right now. So let's see, do they have a... They don't have a text. Oh, wait, cancel that? Oh, here we go, awesome. So this is the text version of the VSL of the video. And basically what it is, it's the water freedom system will completely change our world. On today's short video, I will tell you a life-changing story about how I figured out how to easily create an automated supply of the freshest, high-quality clean water you've ever tasted for pennies on the dollar. Alright, so this is what we're going to focus on today. This is the offer that we are going to create our images for, right? So first of all, the ideal dimensions for Facebook, for the news feed, because that's what we're going to focus on, are the dimensions. I wrote them down. 1080 by 1080. So 1080 by 1080. So first let's open up Canva and get those dimensions in. Canva is a very easy tool to crop and edit your images, and I use it on every campaign and every image that I use for my campaigns. So let's get the dimensions in. 1080 by 1080. Let's go. Alright, so this is going to be our portrait. So let's open up Google Images and do-it-yourself water capture. That's the first search term that I want to use. And basically, when I look for images for my campaign, what I do is I put in a search and I scroll through it. I basically scroll through it until I, one, find what I'm looking for, and/or two, find an image that is so popping and just flows out of the screen between all those other images. And that's usually the picture that I either want to go with, or I click on the image. And as you can see, if you click on an image, you get these related images. So sometimes I see an image like, okay, that's kind of the angle that I want to use, but not the exact picture I want to use. And if that's the case, I continue searching for these suggested related images right here. And if I don't find the picture that I'm looking for yet, I can always click on see more, and then it gets me a whole new search of all kinds of related images. So that's the basic way of how I look for images. But let's go back and let's see what we can find. So this is quite interesting actually. Collection area, transportation system, storage faculty. But there's not a real filter here, so I don't know whether this is just going to be rainwater to capture or filtered drinking water, which you capture yourself. Because the angle I want to take is a sort of survival angle where you don't want to rely on public water systems and systems of tap water and that kind of stuff. In case that runs dry and you don't have any water coming out of the taps and there is a shitstorm or a drought or whatever, I want the angle to be, okay, with this system, you still have your own drinkable water on which you can survive when water is out, right? That's the kind of angle that I want to take. So for this image, this seems like it's just going to be rainwater, which is perfect to water your plants, but not necessarily to use as drinking water. So let's continue the search. Now this looks interesting, but it's not really popping. There's not a whole lot happening. He has a huge water tank, water in there, and he's working on it, but it's not the image that I want to use. So we will continue searching. What else? What else? So basically I just keep scrolling until I see like, okay, that's interesting. I want to either explore that or use that. What is this? Saving from a rainy day. Nope. Let's continue to look for something else. What is this? Rainwater diverter. Pump output. Interconnect tube. Rainwater feed tube. Butt tube. Interesting. Shall we give it a try? Let's give it a try. I am going to save this image. And now it's downloaded. So let's get into Canva and I can easily just drag this in and it will upload automatically. And when I drag this in and I put it in the sidebar, it automatically crops it as Canva thinks it should be cropped. But I don't agree with Canva, so in that case, I just drop it in the middle and I'm going to crop it myself. So let's start with a corner and then drag it out until it's at the top. There we are. And I'm going to swipe it a little bit to the left so that rainwater is still readable, but the butts will be a little bit more in the middle. There we go. That seems like as far as I can go since this text is here. But that looks pretty decent. So let's download this. I'm going to download it as a PNG. Download, preparing your design, and awesome. We've got our first image for our creatives. So what you can do now, there are two ways. You can either save this as a project. Personally, I don't see the need to do so because I downloaded the image. I'm just going to upload it in my Facebook Ad Manager and that's that. So I'm not going to use this project. So I basically just delete this image and that way you still have the portrait of that 1080 by 1080. So let's look for something else. Maybe I want something like water capture in the desert. Right? Because the desert is one of the ways where you need water the most, where you need your survival skills to have drinking water and not die of a lack of water. So let's take a look what kind of images we get when we search for water capture in desert. And it's not that I search because I go promote this offer in an area where there's a lot of desert. That's not the point. The point is if this system that I'm going to promote works on getting your water while in the middle of the desert, it will also work in Seattle where it rains all the time if the water goes down, right? Just as an example. So let's take a look and see what we can find. What is this? Interesting. So obviously howstuffworks.com should be erased, right? Because we don't want that, but it can easily be cut off right here. So let's see. Sand or dirt anchor, plastic sheet, rock weight, drinking tube, and the container right here. green foliage creates moisture. Okay, alright, whatever. This is a pretty cool picture, but yeah, let's just see how we can crop this. Save image. And then we go into Canva again. We upload it and we drag it in there. And as you can see, Canva crops this perfectly. Since the image is already square sized by itself, it basically just makes it bigger. But howstuffworks.com is still on there, and we have some spare room at the top. So we are going to crop this ourselves. So let me just import it again. I'm going to set the bottom, and when I've done so, I'm going to make it larger. But this doesn't work since drinking tube gets erased. And when I pull it up, howstuffworks.com gets on there. So this is actually a tough one to crop decently, but let's see how well we can crop this. We can't go any further than this, otherwise the text will not be readable. How far up can we go? Till right here. So yeah, this is not going to be sufficient. Even though I like the picture, I'm not going to use it because there's no way for me to crop it right unless this works. But that doesn't work, as you can see, right? So we will just have to look for something else. And you will find that this will happen quite a lot. Where you find an image where you're like, okay, I like it, but I'm not able to crop it the right way. In that case, just continue the search until you find the right image. And don't feel bad if you spend a lot of time in finding the right images, because it's one of the most time-consuming parts of creating our campaign. Apart from copywriting, especially if you use an advertorial, not on Facebook obviously, but it will take some time to find the right image. So let's see, what else? What is this? This is not what I look for. Too much text, won't be readable if somebody's on their smartphone and sees my ad. But what is underneath here? Nothing too interesting. I'm going to continue with this search option. What is this? Nope. This looks cool though, and I feel like I could crop this, but yeah, maybe let's continue the search. So I do like these kind of images, but not the perfect images, not in there yet for me. So what I do, I click on see more. I said I click on see more, and now I get more results like that first image that I saw. And now I can see here if there is something that I want to use. So let's see. Now these are perfect for water capture, getting clean water as well. It gets it from the wind, I believe, or something. But it's not the image I want to use, because out of subtext it would just look like a baseball back screen or whatever in the middle of the desert. It would make sense. It doesn't represent that survival of here's your clean water, right? So I need something, an image that speaks for itself, where it's like, okay, I can clearly see that in this image he's using this technique to get his water. So let's see what else we can find. So this might be an interesting picture, right? Even though there's water in the back. So I don't like that as much. But let's see. Let's use a different search term, shall we? Getting water out of a tree. Now this is a very usable search term, I believe, in this vertical of getting your own water, right? Of survival. So I do like this. It it pops, right? You right away you notice like, what the fuck is happening? How is water streaming out of that tree that fast? So I'm going to save this image and put it into Canva and then crop it. So if I let Canva crop it, it does this. I want a little bit more of that tree because I want them to be able to see like, hey, that's a tree. That's dope, that is coming out of the tree. So I do cut a little bit of the tree just to give some space for the water to jump out as well, but not too much. All right, here we go. Now that looks pretty good. I am going to cut a little bit more of the tree. I would probably do it like this. All right, let's download it. And now we've got our second creative. But let's get another one, because this one is a little bit weird since it's just jumping out of the tree, the water. So let's see what else we can find. So what I also like, did I see one up here? Look at that, that's dope. Let's see. Yeah, so something like this, right? Where you stick something in the tree and the water just comes out. And then with buckets underneath it, it will be even more perfect since you want a way to capture your water. Otherwise, you won't be able to survive on it for days if you have to get it drip by yourself without capturing it. So maybe not getting water out of tree, but capture water out of a tree. Let's see what kind of results we get when we search on that. Not a whole lot better. Let's see. Survive with water from tree. So what I keep doing is changing that search every time to get slightly different results. I kind of know what I want since I decided, okay, I want another picture where water comes out of a tree. But then the specifics might be different. So I keep on adding new search terms to keep getting new images until I find what I want. And once again, this process might take a while, especially if you're not that experienced yet. You might want to, take your time. Definitely take your time finding the right images. Because you rather spend an hour or 2 hours and find the right pictures that will convert than that you spend 2 minutes per picture and get images in there that won't echo through your audience, that won't reach your audience because it's not popping off their screens. They just scroll through it, they never actually see your ad or read your ad, and you're paying for it, but it will never convert. And that would be a shame, right? So I don't find anything with this search option that really resembles or speaks to me. So I'm going to change the search option again. So tree water in let's say tree water survival. I'm slightly changing the search, but as you can see, I get some of the same results right now, but I also get a lot of different results, right? So let's see. What is this? That's always a good reaction. If you have a reaction of like, what is this? Or how does this work? Or whatever. That's basically the reaction you want to get from your audience as well. So that's usually a good sign, but I don't like these images very much. But this though, it's not jumping, right? There's no contrast, it's not popping enough. Homemade water filter, already more interesting. But let's see if we can find something else. All right, now these are pretty cool as well. But you won't do this every day if you survival for months and months at your home while you need drinking water. So maybe we need another different search option. Own water supply at home, right? So we get total different results now. No trees anymore. But let's see what we can find. This is like this, something like this. It might be perfect, but there's too much text and nobody's going to read it. So don't use it. What you could use, let's see. Own water supply system. Or maybe do-it-yourself survival water. Now look at that. Let's see, what is this? That looks... Oh, okay. I thought this was the water streaming, so I was like, that looks disgusting. But something like this might be very interesting. There we go. More like it. Let's click on see more and see if we can find the image that we're looking for. Let's see. There we go. That looks awesome. Kind of what I'm looking for, but not really. Let's see if we can find a better image on that. What is this? Nope, not what I want. Maybe just do-it-yourself water. Maybe that's enough. No, I like the previous results better. So let me go back. And which one was it? Right, this one, right? See more. Okay. See a lot of tabs. I don't want to see the tabs. I want to make it mad basic, right? Because I want to create that feeling of like everybody can do this. It's very easy and it will supply you water whenever you need it. So let's go back to the barrels, right? Water, barrels, do it yourself. Something like this. Or, where was it? Something like this. 90 gallon top fed directly from downspout. Filter downspout, air dispenser vents, overflow pipe. Alright. Let's see what else we have. This looks dope. The dimensions are off though, right? I would have to crop so much of this image that it wouldn't make sense anymore. But it looks pretty cool. What about this? I think we might be able to use this. Yeah, I want to test this image. Whoops, not save link. I want to save the image. And I'm gonna throw it in just to get something different to test. Let's get it in. Nope, I don't like how Canva does it, but I can just do it like this. Let's see. too zoomed in, right? Okay, so I might want to throw in some arrows. So let's see. Arrow. I want a curved arrow. So something like, oh, this one I like better. Let's delete this one. And I want to make it bright red. And I want it to be this way, but it should go the other way around. Whoops. There we go. And we make it bigger. Maybe even more. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's download it. And that's how you search for your images, how you crop them, and how you edit them. So use these techniques to find your own images for your own campaign. And good luck and have fun with that. That's going to be all for this video. I will catch you later. Peace out.